Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott Selections here for Sunday, December 13th. Before getting today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up losing the play of the day with Bryant and Stony Brook over 155, which was available on Bet Online at minus 110. Pretty unfortunate. We got it at a very good number. We got it at 155, closed at roughly 164.5. So we beat a 9-point line move or so, and unfortunately the game landed at 153. Game was on pretty solid pace. Then, unfortunately, about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, you had no combined points for about a 2-minute stretch before you ended up landing on 153. So, of course, those 2 minutes would have been pretty nice if somebody was able to score. But either way, I picked up a loss there. Pretty unfortunate. We'll be looking to bounce back here with another college basketball play of the day here on Sunday. Now, looking at the college basketball card, decent amount of games. I think some of them are okay. But there's one game in particular that I do like based on the current number. And for that reason, we'll be giving that out for play of the day. It's going to be on a matchup between San Francisco and California. We're going to be taking the road team here in the San Francisco Dons at minus 3.5, which is available on FanDuel at minus 110, a time recording of 2:49 a.m. Eastern Time. A couple reasons why I like the minus 3.5 here with the road team. First of all, this line has already started to move. San Francisco opened up at minus 3. It's already up to minus 4 in a decent amount of spots, but it is still available at 3.5 at minus 110 on FanDuel. I think this line will continue to climb, probably around 4.5 to 5, based on what we've seen lately from California and San Francisco. So I do think this line will continue to climb. Looking at the seasons for both teams, San Francisco is 5-2. California is 2-4. San Francisco's won each of its first 2 road games by at least 25 points. They have been absolutely killing teams. And now, of course, the strength of competition was pretty weak as they beat Cal Poly and Nevada in those 2 games. However, California definitely has not been a powerhouse by any means. It is currently in the middle of a 3-game losing streak, with each of those losses coming by at least 6 points. I mentioned California in one of the play of the day videos, or one of the joint videos, I'd say, a couple days ago, where I talked about how California was randomly taking money against Pepperdine and how they closed at like minus 2 or plus 2. I mean, didn't matter. They got absolutely killed, lost by double digits. This California team simply is just not very good at basketball. And San Francisco is entering this game in very solid form, having scored at least 80 points in each of their last 3 games. San Francisco also ended up scoring 100-plus points in their last game against Long Beach State. And I do think that since San Francisco is in a much better form offensively, that should help carry over into this game, as California has been very underwhelming offensively. So I do think that's a recipe for disaster. Just to put into perspective, California has not scored more than 62 points in a game in their last 4 games. So they've really just been struggling to put the ball in the basket, and that's definitely an area that San Francisco excels in. San Francisco's averaging roughly 15 more points per game, and they're shooting roughly 3% better from the floor. Plus, California as a whole is only averaging 64.8 points per game. This team just cannot put the ball in the basket, and the last 4 games are a perfect example of that. Plus, San Francisco is much better at the foul line, shooting 6% better, and they're also 10% better from the three-point line. So even though California is the home team in this spot, I don't think it really matters. California's 2-4. San Francisco's 5-2 with a very nice win over Virginia as well in a neutral. So they have beaten some pretty impressive teams so far. I think California is one of the weaker teams in the Pac-12. And I do think that San Francisco, with its very unique style of offense, with a lot of off-ball movement, etc., and the fact that California is offensively challenged and San Francisco is only giving up 67.1 points per game, I do think San Francisco should be able to generate enough open looks and to generate much easier offense over these 40 minutes en route to a nice point spread cover. This game should be close for a little while because I do think that California will be desperate to break the losing streak after losing the previous 3. But at the end of the day, I do think San Francisco is just the much better team in this spot. I think that San Francisco should win this game by at least 6 points. So for that reason, the play of the day once again here for Sunday, December 13th is going to be on San Francisco minus the 3.5 at minus 110 on FanDuel in their matchup against the California Golden Bears. That's with installment Scott Selections. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.